All week we kind of talked about this game and the history of the game, and we went back to 1899 and what it meant. Uh, and I just, as we just talked, there are things we have to continue to work on. There are things we have to continue to improve. And we have another opportunity to get them at their place.
So explain to me what happened to the Sun Devils in the second quarter of the game.
In the second quarter, they made more shots than we did. I felt like we were a little late on closeouts, gave them opportunities, whether it was man or zone, and just a step slow to where we needed to be.
And another question, you'll be facing the Fresno State as a part of the Jerry Colangelo Classic this Wednesday. What are you looking to achieve at this game this Wednesday?
Well, we want to compete. I think that's the word we're going to continue to use. We want to compete. And we talked about even before this game, the discipline in the details. And details are for us moving on the same defensive string, getting on those 50-50 balls. 3, 4, and 5 to the offensive glass, all 5 to the defensive glass, things that we work on and we talk about every day. So it's just continuing to improve as a team, continuing to grow as a team, but the word is compete to win. That's what we want to do, compete to win.
Jalen, you and Triana had 10 of the 13 points in the third quarter. What kind of looks were you guys seeing in that quarter?
Definitely to attack them. They were a team who were very foul prone, so just making sure that we attack them, get them in as much foul trouble as possible so we can get easy free throws.
Coach, you mentioned the closeouts. It seemed in the first quarter that you were getting them deep in late into the shot clock and
Right.
they hit like a few threes. And when you see another team do that, how much confidence do you feel it gave them to them? Because obviously they were on fire from the 3-point line.
Well, again, there's stakes on this game, so you got to throw all the stats out of the window. I mean, they were 28% from 3 coming into this game, 28%, and so that doesn't mean give it to them, right? We identify shooters, and the players, they know who the shooters were, but I think it's next play mentality. You can't hang your head, you can't worry about it. Especially momentum shooters. Right? You got to be there on time. You can't ball watch. You got to touch. You got to run them off that 3-point line. And I just thought we were watching it more than moving on the flight and moving on that string. But all bets are off. All stakes are off in this game. So you didn't even want to give them one look.
What kinds of things can you take from this game just going into conference play, weeks ahead?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just our next opponent, and our next opponent is Fresno, right? And I think coming out of this game, there are just things we want to continue to get better at. It's how we start the game, how we track it from quarter to quarter. Are we getting those defensive strings? Are we making our opponent, is it hard for our opponent to score and execute? And then for us offensively, right? Are we executing? Are we giving up good for great? Are we getting to the free throw line? We are leading the conference in free throw attempts, and so we need to be way more aggressive to get to the free throw line, and our goal is always 80% or better. So just those are the things we work on every day in practice, which will prepare us for conference play. But I think you take away that you can't take a possession off. You take away that every team in this league, top to bottom, is a top 25 team, even if they're not listed as top 25, and especially in the last year of the pack, everyone wants to win, us included. So I think it's just about us continuing to get better and having 2 more games to prepare us before conference play, the next conference opponent.
And what are the bright spots for the Sun Devils despite a loss to Wildcats?
That we have another game on Wednesday, and we're going to get back in the lab and we're going to keep working. I thought having Izzy out on the floor tonight was a bright spot for us. This was her first game back. Again, Ice shows what she can do, and in every game she continues to get better. I thought it was a great showing for Trey and Jaden, and so those are always good pieces. Even down the stretch, I thought we did some things well. We just have to do it consistently for 40-plus minutes.
Was there anything in the second quarter? I know obviously stuff, but that you felt maybe you're a little slow to adjust to defensively?
If anything, just making sure that when we're helping, we're able to get back out to shooters. So just making sure we're not too deep in the gap, because when a team is hitting like that, you have to be aware of that, and you might not be able to help as much on the inside. So we just had to make sure that next time when going, we just have to be smart about it and know when to go.
Anything else? Thanks, gang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank